Objection!
Oh wait, come on, game. There we go. Is that everything? Everything fits in there. Good, everything fits in there. And I can be heard. I can be. Oh wow. Okay. We heard a little too much. Let me lower that again. So I may be coming into this without the voice mod. I can hear you perfectly good. Without the voice mod, because the voice mod has this tendency to just pick up everything, even with all the filters I have, which is not as good. Also, hi Ren. Yeah, it is a really bad habit picking up everything. So I figured, yeah, we'll do without it for a while and see how it goes. Oh, AAC, I heard it was busy. I mean, I was busy. So for those who don't know, or weren't here last week to hear about it. So there was a convention over this past weekend that I went to. Actually, I met up with Naya at said convention too and got them into doing some cosplay games. I saw a lot of people I know there. It's a really good social con usually. But I arrived and like Friday is like usually like semi-busy. Usually I can step away, but like I was being kept busy by X, Y, and Z throughout the night. And then Saturday, usually I'll do like I'll help work deathmatch, and then I'll usually skip like the lip sync and masquerade portion, just so I have a chunk of a day to go to the vendor's room, artist alley, find people, be social, do all that, and then end of Saturday, you know, Han usually has their panel, and I'll go to that. A couple other friends can have their panels, but I usually don't go to too many. Pop Cult and AC tend to have a very party vibe in the evenings, especially Saturday night, and I try to avoid the hell out of that because that is not my scene. I just try and find people and just hang out, be social, you know. But this year, after Deathmatch, I ended up making sure someone had backup, so I ended up sticking around for lip sync, which I have not stuck around for a lip sync in a long time. So it's, I think the last time was like a lip sync in like 2021 maybe, 2021 2022 in like PortCon. Yeah. And like AB, the only lip sync I ever made it to was the very first one that they had me host. Like it was like an experiment then, but like, you know, it went over well enough. But yeah, by the time that was over, we had like I had like maybe an hour-ish, and then we were gonna go get dinner, which is really nice just to sit and be social with like Keeler and Naya and people. And then we got back and went immediately into the panel, and then by the time that was over, I was like, okay, this is my social time. So like, I did get to say hi to nearly everyone I wanted to. I feel a little bad because my friends at work and run stuff for Masquerade, I basically barely got to see. Like I saw pictures from them after the fact, but like not during. So I always feel a little bad when I see them passing. I'm just like, hi, bye, I'm sorry, I can't stick around. So I always feel bad about that. But like the big thing for me is I always end up running a chess event, cosplay chess there, and that's my whole Sunday. Like I can be exhausted, I could be totally wiped from next like Friday and Saturday. I could just be done with everything, and then Sunday will come around and be like, it's chess time, and I wake right up. It's chess time. I love running chess. I love seeing what people do for their chess fights. I love setting up music for them. I love setting up scenarios for them. I just enjoy the hell out of it. I also asked if I could borrow my friend's Dusa puppet, so I could basically, as an ending cap, just like go out on a date with the Dusa head. Which, like, yeah. Like, best option in Hades. There needs to be an option in Hades too. I need to date Dusa, right? Perfect Gorgon head. Can't ask for anything different. I still have to watch. Oh goodness, I've had no time, it feels like, to do much outside of worrying about car stuff and conventions and Extra Life. I still have to play the Hades 2 Olympus stuff because that dropped last week, and that's the reason I stopped playing any more Hades 2, is I want to wait till Olympus dropped. So that I want to play. So here's the thing. So with tonight and Wednesday, then next week, Monday and Wednesday, we're playing investigations. And this last investigation, I believe, is like lengthwise, should take all 4 of those streams. If it takes a little longer, then I might stream a little bit on like maybe the following Thursday or whatnot. But I want to make sure it's cleared up by the time we do Extra Life Game Day on a week from Saturday. And I have a countdown scheduled for my Twitter. I have to do it manually on Blue Sky. But I'm going to be counting down for it because I want it to be more of a big thing this year, and I really kind of want to push it a little harder. But that's going to be November 2nd, and that's going to be a big old charity thing. I need to get the QR code settled, and once I do, I might just put that pinned on my Twitter. I might put that pinned on the stream for a bit for people who want to donate early, and their incentives for when people donate, for what they ask for. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That being said, I've lingered long enough. Let us get to the last case for Investigations 2. Turnabout for the Ages. So this is the evidence room from the last case. All right, they were filming a movie out front of the building, right? We saw this kid lingering on the beginning of the 4th case and the beginning of the 3rd case. Oh wait, does this take place immediately after leaving? Yeah, this must be taking place immediately after it. Holy crap. Oh, and then Keeler. Hi, Keeler. Someone else I was hanging out with at AAC. They're forever in the chess box. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules. I only know what works, and Keeler works. Hi, buddy. I have to get into the heart mannerism again. Ooh-wee! So what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Wait, you are serious about not being a prosecutor no more, ain't you? Ooh, yes, I am. No longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe, and yet I can't stop thinking about how what Mr. D. Killer said. I hate it here. No, you don't. You love it. Shut up. If you don't, then readings will continue until morale improves. Ooh, me neither. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully solved, can you? This isn't over. We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gourd Lake was. Or who really wrote that letter. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time. But whose? Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a dang bone. Both y'all are. We got wet. Oh my. In the raincoat. Yes. He did. It happened. Well, I got me some reporting. Yep. I got some reporting to do, so I'll catch y'all some other time, I guess. Wow, you have a new story chase already? You trying to patronize me, girlie? You betcha I got a new story. More than you can shake a stick at. Good reporter always had 3 or 4 leads bubbling around. Scoop. Somebody, please. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's Penny. Hi, Penny. Please, you have to help. Do I know her? Oh, what's the matter? Has something happened? There's a body. It looks almost like a monster might have... A monster? Well, Abby! Anybody else smell a sweet, sweet smell of a scoop soap? This way, hurry. Oh my word, heart's animation. What's happened now? What indeed? Actually, hold on. 1 second. Okay. What indeed? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Thank you, Lotta. Huh? These look like... Yep, footprints. This here's a photo gold. Footprints? But how big would a creature have to be to leave prints like this? Mr. Edgeworth, look. Oh. It's the Prez. Chi Long Lang. What's he doing here? Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... No. Diju Wang, the president of Zhengfa. Agent Lang! Prosecutor, how did you get here so quickly? What is going on here? How do they always end up where the most trouble happens? Because braisens. You don't think that's actually what I'm trying to figure out myself? We can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. Speaking of which, the body's lying inside one of these footprints? What on earth happened to him? Monster! Monster? What the heck else y'all want me to say, huh? Then there's that monster prince. That big old bad Taurosaurus done stomped right through him. I ain't never been sure or nothing. Because raisins. Yes, because raisins. Toro? What? And I suppose you mean you all sure? This right here, scoop, scoop, all the other scoops, bury him 10 feet deep. Man trapped by giant monster. That'll leave without all the papers from here to Honolulu. Ridiculous. There's no such thing as monsters. Wait. The honor's all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Di Wong Yang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhangfa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify I was to assassinate President Wang. Did he finally manage to... You... Did you discover the body? Yes.
Goat man, I'm dancing on your bridge. It's my bridge now.
Holy shit!
You hear that? If you want me off this bridge, you're gonna have to kill me.
Holy shit.
You're gonna have to throw me off this bridge yourself.
He did throw somebody off the bridge once.
He did.
Look at the way I dance on it. I disrespect your bridge, goat man.
He disrespected the bridge. What a Chad. Thank you for that, West. Yes, this is, What are you doing, Agent Lang? Lang, she says, begin at the beginning, with the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? Yes. Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? I don't think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody. Nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea who that is lying dead over there? That's President Wang, leader Zheng Fa.
Hold it!
Please, Agent Lang, you don't seem your usual self. In more ways than one, in fact. When we first met, you had more underlings than I could count. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool head under pressure. Now the underlings are gone, and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened? What did you just say? Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals? I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started. Good. That seems to have calmed him down a little. We should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore. Don't nobody need to do no looking around. I done told y'all who did this. Is that Tyrannosaurus, so my name ain't Lotta Hot. Wait. Not who did this, what did it? Yeah, that. Are you quite finished? I have an investigation to begin with. Please step aside. You can't haul me around no more, mister. You step out of my dang way more than like it. Y'all mess with this here scoop of mine, there'll be heck to play and then some. So much more than what I expected, and it was fantastic. And he got a new coat. Excuse me? The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from? That's Penny. That's Penny from the third case in the first game. She liked cards. Give her cards and she'll be happy. You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? Oh, yes, of course. We met on, that case. No way. You two know each other? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. From somewhere. This, honestly, right now, this is me at every convention. It happens at least once. Hey, Goggle, hey, you got a new cosplay, which makes this very difficult for me. Great to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you. This is our first time meeting for the 5th time. That's also very accurate. Yes, thank you. Very accurate, West. Well, of course. One of my old cases involving a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai movie. She was a member of the crew and provided some key evidence. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was all going on. And yet, I'd completely forgotten her. It's good to see you again. So, if you're here, I guess that means... That's right. We're here on location filming for Global Studios. It's kind of a big feature, to tell you the truth. I was first in today, want to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body, We'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police? Yeah, of course, right away. I'll need to speak to her at length a little later. But first, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at besides the body. I'll need to examine everything. This thing in front of the trailer here looks like a monster costume. What? That's a costume? You're sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something? Perhaps I did make myself clear. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume. Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead? Onto the grounds of the big building? Yet another case with the direct ties to that same building. The building with hidden 51st floor used to store lots of illicit auctions. I guess it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it turned out to be hiding yet more secrets. Look at this chain and padlock. Oh, look at that. Someone cut the chain. They did? I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday. I'd say it's possible that this is where the killer entered from. Yeah. Well, what's the matter now? Look at that huge dent. How did that get there? You're right. That is a big dent. You've taken a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one too. That wasn't like that yesterday either. It wasn't? I guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. It really is him, huh? It certainly appears to be the same man we met only a few days ago. So this time, the president really did get assassinated. If that is what happened, the assassin certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. I must scour the scene and inspect everything. Horn. Oh, what's that white thing there? Wait, it's a bone? Does that mean 2 murders? It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. No obvious wounds, but he's definitely not breathing. So it really was a monster. Trampled by a giant creature? Impossible. There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there. Yeah, specks of a yellow substance. I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it. Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible? We'll need forensics to tell us what it might be. Alright, that looks pretty much like everything the body can tell us for now. The body is surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete. Yes, they look as though they've been thrown clear from the ground when broken. Phew! Sent flying by a mighty impact of a giant creature's foot. Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature. Just look at the shape. I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that could possibly be the footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just one. There are 3. But you know it's impossible, don't you? You know that monsters aren't real. Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down. But it's way more fun to believe they are. Our job is to pursue the truth, Kay. Not to believe what feels the most fun in the moment. You and Maya would get along very well. You and Maya, actually, both of them. You'd get along with both of them. I'm sorry I got a little upset before. You were working here alone. That's right. I came before everyone else so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints. Footprints? Monster prints. first thing in the morning. It must have been a real shock. It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening. I'm sure of it. So the footprints must have appeared late last night. At first glance, I thought maybe they were a part of the set. But then I got a close look, and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one. You didn't notice until right up close. Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was a body until it was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away. That must be when we bumped into her. So you're shooting a movie. It wouldn't have to be a Steel Samurai movie, would it? No. Oh. This was a creature feature. You know, the Torosaurus movies, right? I'm afraid not. You'll have to forgive Mr. Edgeworth. He only cares about the Steel Samurai. That's not... Hey, that's alright. Not everyone's a fan, but they soon will be. He's back after 12 years of silence. The big bad bull himself, Torosaurus. It's the first Torosaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And parts of it are set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location. That explains what we saw yesterday. What happened? Yeah, they're flashbacks. I'm not gonna worry about flashbacks. Go on with the building. Stay calm. Talk to me, kid. Cut. Sorry. Shooting a movie. Could you, That must be what they were filming. So does Saw smash the big building to pieces in the movie? I bet he does, right? When you like to know, but you'll have to wait to find out in the theater. Here, you can have a look. Versus Gordy. Oh, Larry, your idiocy produced somehow a kaiju for a movie. Good job, Larry. Oh, thank you? An epic rivalry is born. Torosaurus vs. Gordy. Gordy? Huh. That's right. It's not just Torosaurus on his own this time around. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. Wasn't everyone talking about that a couple years back? The mysterious creature in the lake. It showed up in one of those old couples photos. Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my cases. Not a name I'm too wild about hearing again. The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie. A little behind the times, but better late than never, I suppose. Just wait until you see those two legends tearing into each other on the big screen. This reminds me of something I've seen already. Wait. Hold on. Is it still in our evidence? It is. And blah, 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 blah. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Why? It's Ace Attorney, I get it. But why exactly is a revenge plot that we just went over somehow tied to a 12-year hiatus of Godzilla knockoff movies? Oh, I know I heard the 12 years ago thing somewhere. I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Godzilla is always involved. It's more about why it's a 12-year hiatus for both. We cannot have our revenge until Torosaurus returns. He shall answer all of our sins. Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight? Yeah, we use one of these. Combination lock, huh? So anyone who knows the code can get in and out. And was the lock in place when you arrived this morning? Yeah, everything's locked up tight when I got here. Who knows the combination? Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors. Basically, everyone who's working on the movie. So any member of the cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered. Torosaurus really does have hooves that split in two like that. Please don't tell me you think the president was trampled to death by Torosaurus too. No, I'm a member of a movie crew, remember? I don't believe he'd ever kill anybody. No creature inside a movie should ever harm anybody outside of a movie. That's a golden rule of creature feature community. Luckily, it's also impossible. Kind of a symbol of nature. That's why he destroys the city. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He can attack with his horns, but that's not the only trick up his sleeve. He can bellow out shockwaves, drown people in drool, squirt them with milk. I'm gonna no thank you that last one. He can suffocate them with barbecue smoke, make cute little items out of leather. Wait. Dude, Torosaurus has put all of his jobs into skinning and leatherworking. He's gonna make quality backpacks for the entire guild. Those don't sound like super tough attacks, but they'll sure look good. It's our job to make sure of that. And I hope you succeed for the sake of your entire industry. That's amazing. This looks like equipment used for from the lighting department. Oh wait, I just remembered there was something I want to ask you. Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool? You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime? You bet I do. What's so weird about that? I mean, if it works for Lupin the Third. What's the point of me doing my great thieving in the dark? The folks in the cheap seats won't be able to see a thing. Wait, you're imagining you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? Again, if it works for Lupin the Third. All right, Lotta, you got a photo for me, don't you? What is it now? Can't y'all see now I'm busy? Girl needs room work, you know? Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that. What did you? You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Torosaurus is real, dang it. I know that for a fact. For a fact, hmm? And how is that possible exactly? Because I done see him. What? You saw Torosaurus? Where and how? Heck yeah, I saw him. Big bad bull himself. Right there in front of me. Was up on 51 over there in that big building just yesterday, right? Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember. Well, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right. I done see him right when I took that photo. The person in red raincoat. Miss Springer, right? Yep. Y'all see that blind right there next to the little Miss old raincoat? Well, guess who's on the inside of that very moment? That's right, Torosaurus. There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every damn thing. It was just a little too far away, that's all. But I seen all right, boy, did I. Torosaurus' big old eyes staring right at me, peek right in the window. A window-peeking monster. Anywho, I don't get time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap. Report to report. Quit bugging me, will ya? Go on, get. That entire story was ridiculous. You don't believe a word she said, did you, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it that obvious? Hey, what are these plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic? They're plastic sheets, that much is true, but I don't think that's what they were used for. Want me to explain, Mr. Edgeworth? Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the cameras when we're up on the crane. If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going. I see. So they're pretty big, right? Oh yeah, they have to be to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point of them otherwise. The weather's pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit.
So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again.
Yes, we saw you at the detention center the other day, too. You had some business to take care of. You could say that. Nothing needs concern you, though.
Yeah, you have a bad habit of showing up at the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny, bad omen, bad smell all rolled into one. Just stay out of my way, okay? I've got a president to avenge.
You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area?
Oh, what am I, a suspect?
You might be. Bitch, you might.
Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Guess it was our friend from the crew. Came in from the gate over there. Somebody got rid of the lock for me.
Not completely. You can still see it on the floor there. Perhaps I should take a closer look, even though I already did.
When I got here, I saw a movie girl running out of the other gate.
In other words, he arrived right around the same time we did. So he had business over here at the big building?
Something like that. A date with destiny, let's call it.
He was similarly enigmatic when we saw him at the detention center. Let me guess. You're a huge creature feature fan, so you came to see the filming to all source.
Creature feature? What do you think I am?
Not the type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope. I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences. Weird time for me to need to reset, like, woo! You have my deepest condolences.
Thanks. He's a great man. Shangfa will be lost without him.
You and he were close, correct?
Well, it all started when he hired my father. That was a great big break. Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty and our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, our greatest pride, our family jewels. Never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon.
Wow, it sounds like your family, the president, was super close. But wait, but that whole thing happened back at the lake. You weren't with the president then, right?
Look, a lot happened, okay? That was 12 years ago or more. My father and the president became friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit.
I wonder what happened 12 years ago. That's the third 12 years ago. The third one.
But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Shangfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together. Dang it! What is security deal thinking?
I imagine you already contacted the embassy.
Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They were going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. And things will be getting crazy here soon, too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. If you're not a big fan of trouble, I'd leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor. These days, I'm a one-man outfit. A lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation. But I've still got fangs. And I can still bite back. I'll find whoever did this and I won't let you or anyone else get in my way.
Was he stomped on? Let's see, 3 footprints. Because it can't be then the cast or crew, because they could just open it. They don't have to open the other one with, like, cutting it. The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived.
but the lock on the gate leading out to the side of the big building has been cut. What does this tell us? Easy, that the killer used the side gate. Precisely, and it tells us something else important too. Namely that our culprit didn't know the number of the combination lock. You're right, it would have to be way easier for them to come in that way. But instead they chose the classic thief's route, the lesser known side entrance. This is no run-of-the-mill criminal, Mr. Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us. I'm not so sure we should be excited about that fact, Gabe. Anyway, we know that everyone working on the movie knew the combination, which makes it likely that our culprit wasn't a member of the cast and crew. I actually no, I'm gonna call slight bullshit. Like, I get why they're saying it, but we also don't know why the president is here. It is entirely likely that for some reason we don't know yet, he cut the lock and gained entrance to the venue. It is entirely likely that the victim could have also cut the lock. But we'll go with this for now. But I won't be surprised if they like flip it on its head. Okay, we have everything from him, everything from that, everything from that, everything from that, everything from her. Before I go throw logic at things. Alright. Alright, we're gonna start doing these logics that I don't know what they're looking for. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay, I'm missing something. Even though everything's checked off, I'm missing something. Let me go into my evidence. Maybe I need to inspect something. Would show me that. Curse whoever killed President Wang. I'll find him, you see if I don't. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. He seems to find it hard to keep a cool head when the president is concerned. Unsurprising, I suppose. Can't help but feel a little sorry for him. Isn't there something we can do? Yes. Listen carefully to what he has to say and try to solve the president's murder. What are you talking about, Taurosaurus? Everything else that's going on. I'm certainly not saying the creature could have been our culprit, but he's not unrelated to the case. If there's anything you can tell us, I'd be very much obliged. Well, President Wang had a Taurosaurus toy from way back when. I saw it a couple of times over the years. That's why I recognized it. The stuffed toy. We saw it on the president's plane, too. If even the leaders of other countries love Taurosaurus, it must be famous everywhere. Dogs go bow bow in other languages, right? And cats go meow, and roosters go cocorico. So what noise would a Taurosaurus from another country make? We don't even know what noise our own Taurosaurus makes, do we?
Alright, so this has nothing to do with it. Alright, so nothing more from him. Maybe Lotta's hiding something from us. Same combo. Was this just one long conversation? Did we never actually get to ask her anything? Yep, okay, that's it. Taurosaurus really does have hooves that split in two like that. Please. Oh, wait, no. We already had this conversation too. That's. Hmm? You recognize it? No, it's. Hmm. There's nothing in here. Yep, had that conversation as well. Hmm. I just want to get this moving forward, so just tell me what I'm missing. Okay, you're not really helping me any. Please give me some insight, Kay. Please. Usually I can move it forward by now. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, there was something I'd missed. What's this big metal stick here? Is it for climbing trees or something? No, it's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no cameras currently attached, but it usually be positioned at top there. Gotcha. Sounds perfect for casing a place before a burglary. What if I go ask somebody about borrowing it? And how do you propose to transport it if the answer is yes? Easy. You take the bottom part, I'll take the top. So I'm helping you now? If we go one little step at a time, we'll be back at your place before we know it. And we're walking it back to my house? Oh wait, there's something more? Oh, I can do something. Am I... I mean, the only thing in common is this horn, right? This could be one of Tolsour's holds, couldn't it? You're right, it totally could. Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie. If it is, it must be from something pretty big, judging by the size. What's it doing on the ground here? We should ask one of the crew. Maybe they'll know. Hi, tell me about that horn. This hold, do you recognize it? Oh, that's part of one of Taurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where'd you find it? On the ground near the side entrance. That's weird. We keep a replica of Taurusaurus' head up on the roof of the trailer over there. And that's quite large, I assume? Oh yeah. Well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there, see it? The baby girl's in the corner, I see you. That really is big. Can I get close? I can't see them out from down here. No! No. They have to go together somehow, though, right? I mean, the other, it's got to be the broken horn and something. Okay. Both the tent and the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness, which leads me to wonder. Wait, you think that giant Taurosaurus head could have got me to take a drink? Yes. I do. I think it could well have rolled off of the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. There's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. Oh yeah, there isn't. Now, this is still only a possibility. But if the Tauros head somehow fell from the roof up there... Yeah, I could kill somebody for sure. Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look at the roof of the trailer? You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not. Knock yourselves out. Oh, but don't do that literally. The steps are kind of slippery.
Alright, I'm done here. I found out what I need to know for now.
And what might that be, I wonder? Hmm? It's the kid. Moo cow. Ooh. This is a very angry child. Very angry child. Why is the child a cow furry? See, you haven't, like, had an issue with, like, the, like, nearly wolfman we just talked to. So we're allowed to have cow furry. Especially goth cow furry. I think that means he produces chocolate milk, right? Goth cows produce chocolate milk. I think that's how it works. Yeah. Logic. Now, the wolfman's fine in many ways. Well, then you can play the first Investigations game and get his whole backstory. What am I even going to do with this one? Move, old man. I want to make him whiny. I don't know why. Move, old man.
What'd you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid.
No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining. Get out of here. I'm sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man. The milk chug was a thing, yes. The milk chug. Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that.
Whatever.
Who the heck was he? A policeman? That's who? Why would you antagonize him like that? I thought there was going to be trouble for a second there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Lang like that. Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making. The star? This little boy. Hi there, I'm Kay Faraday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is Mr. Earl Sedgeworth. He's a prosecutor. A prosecutor? That's right. A pretty famous one at that. If he's a prosecutor, where's his badge? He certainly doesn't pull any punches. Oh, you might not want to go too close, Sean. She's right. There's no sight for a child. But he's involved in this nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. And I'll speak to you guys in another minute, because your ad break is starting here in a second. So we'll wait till you get back. Bam. Alright, the non-subbies have to wait for the ad break. We get to sit here and vibe and think about what's going on so far. Alright. We found Zheng Fa dead in a footprint. I want to make it clear though, first off, we don't know how he died. He is found quote unquote in a footprint. But that doesn't mean necessarily he was killed in that manner. He could have been killed and then placed here in some sort of weird cover-up. We don't know yet. We're not sure. But something did happen here last night. So, could he have been crushed to death? Very possible. Don't know yet. Doesn't explain the yellow on his chest either. Like, if you're crushed to death, why do you have, like, a yellow stain smack dab in the middle of yourself? And why even was he here? And how did he get in here? There's still a lot, like, unexplained in this. And what seems like a pretty straightforward, like, kind of moment. And Sean we've actually seen twice, because he was looking at the ice sculptures, complaining about his quote-unquote dad. And then we saw him doing the filming at the beginning of the previous case. And then we saw Fang at the detention center in the second case, and then we didn't see him again till this case. So I'm not sure what their relation is. Obviously, we're going to figure out who Sean Fenn's dad is. But everything in all these cases seems tied back to Zheng Fa. So I'm kind of curious what the hell's going on. Because the first one was the fake assassination attempt, which then that dude got killed after Fang was looking into the prison for whatever reason. Then the third one was Zheng Fa related because the chef that ended up being the murderer went to study there. And then the last case, there was a lot of Shengfa relations, so there's gonna be some overarching like reason why this is all connected. I still want to go up to the roof. Actually, would you mind coming up there with us? Oh, sure. After you. So this is the mighty Torosaurus. Huh? He looks different from before. Here, he's way cooler in the flyer. Oh no, here, he's way cooler in the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on this model? Oh, I forgot, you two aren't Torosaurus fans. This is the original Torosaurus design from 12 years back. Huh? So, what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Torosaurus. They gave a makeover specifically for the movie. It'll go over just as well as the American makeover for Godzilla. No one hated that. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? A makeover? He's totally different. This one's... it's just... a cow. Well, he is just a cow. Or at least, he was originally based on a cow. He's a moonstrosity. A moonstrosity? Yeah, the cow, man's best friend, reimagined as a terrifying monster. It totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me. Me too, I'm afraid. I must go and inspect everything. The model was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Torosaurus and realize this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise. And just as we thought, his horn is broken. So, the model really is what killed the president? I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand. What's that? Miss Nichols, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around? Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out. If you happen not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example, once it's in pieces, could one person move it? Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow. Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. We know it from the president's plane, of course. And from the auction. So President Wang's plushie was a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus. Can this really be just a coincidence? It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched. That's weird. The head should be on that table. But the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there now. The scorch marks look particularly bad with the leg snapped. I think there might have been a fire up here. Do you think that's what happened to the legs? Yes. And when the fire had burned through the legs, the table must have collapsed, and the head would have fallen down onto the ground below. Oh no, would have fallen down on the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall. Indeed. And I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here anyway. Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting. Yeah, I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, okay? What? No! I was thinking I could just carry it around with me. Then every time you shout, "Objection!" I can light you up with it and make you look super cool.
Yeah, I can picture now. You'd look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start?
Hopefully never. These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department.
Look at the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned.
Indeed. As is the blue sheet underneath, and the nearby newspaper on the outside of the cans.
Wait, do you think the Torosaurus head can breathe fire? Nah, this old guy doesn't look like a fire-breathing type.
That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow.
There's a heater here. Do you think it keeps the crew warm or something?
I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evening can still be pretty chilly. It really gets into your bones.
Ah, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can't start talking like an old fogey. You already look like one. You have to talk young and bright and happy.
You may not have noticed, Kay, but that's not exactly my style. Is there anything else up here? I don't think it wants to look at anything else. Okay. Hello, child. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Are you really a prosecutor? You look just like an old guy to me.
I am. Old guy? Sean, I'm sure.
Badge first, then we'll talk.
I don't have my badge right now.
Then how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Oh,
Ooh, he's not the friendliest, huh? Want me to try talking to him?
Why not? I doubt it can hurt. I never was good with children.
So you're an actor, right, Sean?
yeah? So what?
That's amazing. You're so cool.
It's not that big of a deal.
Kay's approach seems having effect.
So, those horns of yours.
Yeah, what about them? Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with Torosaurus. And the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean? Just shut up, will you? I don't need to know all that stuff. Oh, sorry.
Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious.
Still, that's kind of amazing. The lead character in a movie. While you're still in elementary school, that's crazy.
Oh,
He's a high schooler, isn't he?
Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger.
What? But look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack, I just thought...
The backpack's for his costume. He's playing a role, remember?
Yeah, I guess he is, huh? But he is kind of small, we have to admit.
Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him. I said stop telling people stuff they don't need to know.
Okay, Elric.
I'm sorry.
So it's all part of the role, except for the carton of milk, maybe.
The dead guy, that's the president, right?
Yeah, you knew him.
A little. I met him once.
He's meeting with presidents now.
Guy was a real piece of work.
Hey, you can't just say that. That's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? Huh? I don't want to talk about it. That's fine, I guess.
Oh, President Wang was working with us on the movie.
Working with you? How exactly?
He had a part, just a cameo, nothing big. So he came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean first met him.
Why put the president in your movie?
We heard he was a huge fan of the original Torosaurus. So the studio offered him a little role. They figured it'd be good PR. Last thing I need is amateurs on my set. I told you before, Sean, you can't talk about people like that. And I told you to shut your mouth.
I guess he's none too thrilled with the idea of performing alongside non-professionals.
Oh, here. What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday?
A photograph.
Yeah. I just got them printed. You can keep if you want. Wow, such a great picture. And you brought it specifically for me? That's so kind, thank you. No, I just happen to have it spare. That's all. I don't like anything, Paka.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too?
Oh, sure, here.
Dude, I'd want the job of being in the suit. No joke. No, I have experience. I have credentials. At least 3 costumes. I could do that. I could do it. It'd be fun. Do you think it's one of those inflatables, like the T-Rex costumes? Looks like it'd be fun. I'd enjoy it. So it was taken yesterday. No footprints and certainly no body. All right, I think that just about wraps up our preliminary investigations.
So he was killed by...
Yes, by falling Torosaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now.
It came down right on top of him, huh?
Hmm?
Well, they took their time, but they're here. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang.
Oh, Mr. President!
A little late for that, don't you think?
Oh, curses, who did this?
Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this, they'll pay. I'm on their trail already.
What? What do you mean?
A person may be murdered, but that doesn't mean that extraterritorial applies. The local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded to the case. Lowly one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one.
It sounds like you already have an idea of where you would like to focus your inquiries.
More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building.
Ooh, picture. Judgy. Judgy. The fuck you doing? Oh, that's out on the viewer. Yeah, that's on the viewing platform. That's all the way up the top.
It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. In this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer, clear as day.
What was Judge Cavell doing there?
He's saying he suspected her of murder.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that may use it to call her final judgment on to Excelsius winner.
But murder goes against everything she believes in. Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further.
I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It's about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Which means you don't have jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that?
Curses.
Hey, don't be like that. You're the one who was just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit.
You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case?
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid question. Why am I still here? I should go out and get a froyo. Ooh, maybe a hot dog or two. What's that thing Maya always likes? The burgers? I should try a burger. Maybe something with meat. Perhaps I can clarify that with a question of my own ancient lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wang? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy. Who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by.
You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us.
A fool! How dare you? I called Nick that in bed. I mean, when we're on the case.
That was just what I needed to hear. Fine, you're in. I've lost my minions, and you've lost your fancy title. But it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head-to-head and thrash out details?
I'd be honored.
We warned. Won't go easy on you. I have an assassin to catch. And not even you're gonna get in the way of that.
Of course, I would expect no less.
Let me show you the truth I told from this case with my bare fangs.
Num 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 num. Why I suspect Gavel.
Alright, so this judge friend of yours met the president on the roof. And then she pushed him. He landed right here. This all happened the night before last. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it's just the two of them up there. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it. She killed the president.
They were there completely alone. No bodyguards.
None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he'd even went up there. Must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anyone to hear.
But what kind of conversation? How were the two of them even connected?
Seems the president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. Guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yep, Cavell. See her name there? Did you say her name was? Her.
His argument certainly isn't completely without merit. But I know at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That is where I'll need to focus my counterattack.
Hold it!
How can you say for certain that the two really met?
So the bandit comes swinging it, huh? I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponents every move. It's a tried and tested strategy.
And not what I was intending at all.
But this battle's even begun, Mr. Prosecutor. Shut up and buckle up.
Hold it!
The night before last. How can you be so sure of that?
If you're not sure, take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture's from a camera up on the viewing platform, like I said. The camera doesn't lie. That's from 2 nights ago.
Objection!
You have a picture of them both entering the rooftop area. But nothing from after that point, I assume?
No. There's only one camera and it's pointing at the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself still. This is where the murder happened, I'm sure of it.
President really was killed 2 nights ago. And his body would have been here on the lot this whole time.
Take a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. Well, save it. Not done explaining. Not even close.
Objection!
Aha! Head wiggle. Xi Lon Lang, former star Asia of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen.
What?
Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew.
Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean.
And it was taken only yesterday.
What?
If Judge Cavell really did kill President Wang the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know.
I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Miss Edgeworth. Really do love backing your opponent to a corner, huh?
Fine, you got me. Must say it's been a while. I almost missed it.
Perhaps if you tried to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigation in the future.
Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Li Xing says the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon, not until we've caught the president's killer.
I want the same thing, we all do, nevertheless. The body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall. I'm gonna have to go back in the VODs for this one. But I think there was probably the most unique mistake I have found yet. About a couple statements prior, when the screen flashed, it gave a camera sound effect. I think they mixed up the 2 flash effects, because there's a flash effect that's for the camera and plays a camera sound effect, and there's the one we just heard a minute ago, which does the sort of bring sound effect. I think whoever was putting this together fucked up between the 2 sound effects. Like, if we don't get a couple more shots and we see Lotta taking photos of us or something, then someone fucked up the effects, which is a new one entirely. Oh my god. Guys, what the hell?
That's right. He was crushed by a falling head of a giant monster.
The incident occurred here in the movie set, not at the top of the big building.
As says you. That's just your theory. I'm not gonna give up my own just because of it.
But it literally can't have happened the night before. We just proved that with this picture.
Did you? What if your friend Gavell pushed the president off the big building night before last, and then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere?
Here? Where?
There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you can hide anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night in other words, take it out again. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence. You'll soon find where she put it.
Objection!
There won't be any need for that.
What?
This piece of evidence proves that Judge Cavell can't have hidden the body.
Take that!
Both entrances to this lot were locked, and we already know that the chain on the side gate was only cut last night. Judge Cavell had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last.
But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago.
Why are you so set on believing that?
Because, if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video, and there was more. There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up the roof with the president. It shows her heading back to the elevator, alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the... No. No, there is. Oh, wait, of the night before last? Wait, was he buying shit at the auction? No, that makes sense. No, that makes actually perfect sense. Because his plush animal was in the auction. Dude was probably pissed the fuck off and went to go buy it. But then for some reason, what's her face? Ringer. For some reason, Ringer took it because it was found in her hands later. And it had a recording on it. Yeah, belonged to President Wang. So he went to that auction to get his precious item. Unless he was pushed by Gavel. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform. Yeah, the cameras pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, would have been on tape. In other words, the president's the camera ensures that nobody could have left unnoticed.
I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel.
Vanishing from a rooftop, hundreds of feet in the air. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Indeed, even the Otagarasu cannot fly.
Well, not yet anyway. Just give me a little more practice.
Please don't tell me you think you can learn. Boom. Shows her heading back to the elevator alone. You know what? There's the president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of the building that high. There's an entrance to the hidden 51st floor on the roof.
Objection!
Pretty simple. Actually, there was another way.
Apart from the elevator, what do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew.
Well, he didn't need to. It's much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor.
What?
That's right, a hidden floor, with a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator.
What? You said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret? How would the president even know about it?
It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory.
So what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it in there. Don't make me go back.
Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they keep lots for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday.
An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wang was involved somehow?
I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility.
Yeah, based on what we've seen from him, he totally seems like the type.
He just a rude. He a rude. He's gonna summon Ashen, and they're both gonna Aru. They're gonna simultaneously Aru together, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it. Aru? No, Aru. See, there's an A-R-O-O. It's not a W. It's a Aru. Yeah, it's Aru. Aru. That's what I said. Oh, that's right. I need to make sure that my YouTube live stream is working. Hold on. Are you working YouTube live stream? You are. Wonderful. Okay. Go away now. I just turned my Prime subscription back on for Streamlabs, and that allows me to multi-stream. I need to start figuring out how to do it with TikTok, because I want to do that with the extra live stream.
Eek. You never do that, not the president. Illegal underground auctions? No, he'd have nothing to do with it, nothing.
What's gotten into him?
Hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting.
Ah! She ran away.
You know nothing, neither of you. You have no idea how much people love him, how well respected he is.
Is that really true? I guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. But the people of Zhangfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No, what good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang, I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize.
Apology accepted and reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's alright, Kay, you can come out now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not that I'm upset with you. It's the animal who killed the president.
Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man? Hello, Lotta. Out of fucking left field. All patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news.
What?
Ain't no way in heck your pal, the President Mosey, on downstairs via 51.
Really?
I was hunkered down there in the stairwell room the whole dang time. Eyes peeled like oranges.
Of course, she would have already snuck in by that point.
Thanks, that's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Guess my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Gavel 2 nights ago. That's a fact.
But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only be found today? That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say?
Sure, there are lots of questions we still need answering. I'll give you that.
Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation.
Yeah, I guess we all know for sure that let me try the entire sentence again. I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night.
Officer Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind.
Fine, he's all yours. Just take care of him, okay?
Uh-oh, one last thing.
What?
We found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the big one. Human footprints in the monster print. Interesting.
And what kind of prints?
Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of an average elementary school kid. What?
Huh? Elementary school? No, couldn't be.
What now? Miss Nichols?
I didn't mean to butt in, sorry.
Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of?
There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but...
I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
Last night, I came here.
What?
You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean.
Sean, the boy. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really takes his job seriously. Well, this movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So she might have seen what happened last night. Around what time was this?
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yeah. Sean was there on his own, running his lines. And towering above him, there was this long, like, really, really long neck. Neck? Yeah, with skin like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur. Ooh-wee! You mean? Must be. Gordy! Good old Gordy! You done gave him the slip last time, you old slimy lizard, but I got you now. What? Now Gordy's involved too. Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters. Hot dang, you're right. He could have been communicating for real with that little horn doohickey of his. Oh, it was the crane. That's the crane. It's covered in the tarp. That's the crane covered in the tarp. Not too crazy. Right, but it seems more like he was kind of looking up and talking right at him. It was like they were friends. It's pretty weird, right? Dang tunes, weird. Wearing a mustache on a mule. How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that? I feel movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. You're absolutely certain that's what you saw? Oh yeah, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I turned and ran. Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with. Don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Officer Agent Lang. The monster angle's neither here nor there. But I think a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next. Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, then there's a good chance he saw something. My thoughts exactly. Prosecution calls Sean Fang to stand. Sean ran off just a moment ago. What? We need to go after him. Sean. Jason! 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 John! Okay. Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home? You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure. Or maybe he went on the lam. Nah. You're just overthinking things, surely. And I'm taking another drink of a liquid. Num num num. He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president all on his own. You said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him? Haha! Yes, very funny. I'm not saying the kid did it. Not for sure anyway, not yet. But he's the most important witness right now, and we need to find him. Gumshoe!
Oh, meet the eyes, Wolf.
Hey, it's Gummy.
Oh, I go.
You ran away. What was that about?
I'll just go show that your police force can't be trusted.
Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone?
Yeah, so what?
Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys, I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keeps things nice and simple.
Mr. Judge, update the autopsy report to ass beaten. I cannot update the autopsy report. It is not within my abilities, so, sorry. Overruled. Overruled the chat. Can't. Nope. Nope, can't. Not gonna do it. Hi, Air Chris. How are you this fine evening? No friends, no lackeys.
Anyway, get you both around.
He's got quite a saunter. He's a sexy bitch. Thing just got interesting.
It sounds like I got my work cut out for me. 2 big beasts on the prowl. Hooey! It's Randy Scoops. If I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug with holding out my name.
Okay, her run's better. Finally set my blue sky stuff. Much better in custom feed and stuff. I still have to edit bits of blue sky. I've been editing people, left and right as I could. And I have scheduled tweets over next, but like is there a way to schedule posts on Blue Sky? I couldn't find one last night, but like then again, I didn't actually stick around too long to look. It'll make the next 2 weeks easier for me leading up to Extra Life. Not that I know of. Dang. Honestly, that means I probably have to make upload the pictures like every morning before I go to work. I've checked my extra programs I use. Fair enough, fair enough.
Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh?
It did. The Taurosaurus footprints were bad enough, now gaudy. This might as well be a movie.
Well then, we better get our monster hunting shoes on.
I suppose we'd had...
Who's that? That's one of Ancient Lang's old team.
We've come across a few of them on previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Sifu, he's not technically my boss anymore.
Really? What happened?
Do you remember that case from a month or so back? The Yatagarasu case, how could we forget? He made kind of a big mistake there. Oh, he made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job. Indeed. I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Sifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our whole team.
Wow, that's harsh.
But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise.
12 years ago? What does that mean?
Sorry, I already said too much. I'd better be on my way.
These ghosts of Ancient Langs.
Ooh, could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Well, looks like everyone left except us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle.
What kind of other angle?
Somebody needs to get Judge Gavel's side of the story.
Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again? Please forgive me, but I'd better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. I guess the trial will be beginning right about now.
Indeed! I think you better head down to the courthouse, don't you?
Alright, let's go. Do we get to see Udgy? Oh wait, no. If we're going to the courthouse, I want to see Udgy. Like original judge. Like original flavor. Classic flavor judge. I want classic flavor judge. Look at the courtroom. Look at that courtroom. Oh, that courtroom.
Oh, yep, the two sides. Why is there no gallery?
Is the defense ready to proceed?
Oh, hey, you bet. Bring it on, Big G.
The prosecution has been ready for some time.
The original attorney for the case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francesca have taken over in their place.
Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the late start to these proceedings. The crime we're here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined cause pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial even further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice.
No sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You have to bear with me though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, friend? Everything cool over there on your side?
It's hardly ideal for prosecutors in charge of a case to have to run it off and abandon it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand.
God, I cannot recall what voice I gave her. I think it was like some weird Valley Girl-esque thing.
I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Alright, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine, carry on if you must.
It is actually kind of interesting now, because like this is how like everyone who's called to the stand acts when they're on the stand. But like we saw kind of like that pre-stand part where we kind of like called them out on their bullshit. And they kind of broke down there and they kind of like gave like a bit more of like an open. And now that like they've kind of recovered, she's back to like, I don't know why I'm here. I'm innocent. I didn't do a damn thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Kind of interesting, actually.
I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for a moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as a warden. The victim one Bronco night was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case was that Miss Lagarde took him for the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that? No, the evidence!
What gives, friend? Everything alright?
The murder weapon, it's not here. It's nice. And Nice's body Karma's Canis's chisel.
Well, say it ain't so.
Silence, silence. Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, huh? Then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling? You shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me.
Little boy winner strikes again. Hey G.
What is it, Mr. Fender?
Guess you know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
The court hereby denies the defense's request.
Don't be like that. What's the dealio?
She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent! I'll thank you to take that seriously. Oh, but I am, darling, and don't you have any evidence? You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me for anything. Is that right, Verity, darling?
Yeah, a lot of that, Icarus, a lot of that. This feels odd. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see where this is going because we're taking a lot of time in the courtroom, and this is obviously ties into the current case somehow. And I'm assuming this ties back to Winner somehow. It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defense cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused FIFA God not.
Objection!
Whoa, hold the phone there, Hasty Pants. Can't go dropping a verdict just like that.
Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to the client being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Ward over there is guilty as all heck. As for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of Judge Gavell, who was present when the murder weapon was found. And the Judge Gavell you see before you in the courtroom today is two entities, entirely different people.
Oh, gee, you killed me here.
I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And if he has such evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess.
Oh, yeah, defense does too. That, come on, Honor. Don't do us like this.
Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bound to pressure like that, you know? There'll be a 15-minute recess. I just that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood?
You say it by the bell, huh?
Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes.
Third floor lobby. It's always the third floor lobby.
Oh, we did totally find that night, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course we did. What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator. How? Metal detector is reacting to something inside her, after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel. Oh, didn't we just figure out that that wasn't the murder weapon? You might recall that Miss Candace hid that chisel in the dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? The murder weapon is inside the alligator in this pond over there.
So did someone steal it, or what?
Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Barry, Mr. Saint. Are you here to watch the trial?
Yes! We heard it's gonna be a really fun show. Do you know where we need to go? It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon? There's sort of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? But no, they can't. They're not gonna arrest you again, are they? Eek, don't say that. No, 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 no. Gee, forget how easy it was to upset you. Huh?
How dare he embarrass me like that? Speaking of easy to upset. Oh, Francina, Franderella, chill out, okay? Just chill. Come on, put some whip away. That's it. That's it.
That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Master, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. Oh, I guess I'd better at least try.
Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Francisca.
You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you do with the rest of your life.
What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes.
Don't you think I know that? And wipe away the infuriating, reasonable look upon your face.
Stop looking reasonable.
You're like a news anchor calmly reading some news or something. And it's ugly and exasperating.
It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you'd be the one prosecuting the case, Francisca.
Nor says I, but what's a case? The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by subordinate prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything.
And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there.
That imbecile, not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a fool. The next thing I see is an extra coward. I'll whip him into shape. It's the last thing I do.
You go ahead and do that, but quit taking out on the people around him.
This is the person who sank far?
It is Dijun Wang himself. His body was discovered just a short while ago.
What? There must be some mistake.
There isn't. I saw it with my own eyes. It's true.
And all you're suggesting is that this has something to do with my Kurt's case.
No, not exactly. We were just hoping to speak with Judge
Mas Edvis! Are you deliberately trying to distract me with irrelevant evidence?
Sorry, I shouldn't have shown that to you.
What? So you're saying you're going to start hiding things from me now?
I can't say anything right. Welcome to Phoenix Wright's world. God damn it, Francisca, get it together, girl. Just warning. We have ad break starting in about 30 seconds. We will pause progressing the story here for those who are not subbed. Right, we'll just kind of be hanging out for the time being. Hopefully you guys stick around after the ad, and we'll come right back to Francesca being a very angry little sister person. Maybe we'll look at this picture more. Look at this wacky picture. Look at these wacky people. Actually, does it have more than... No, it just shows the one picture. Okay. All right, but ad break starts now. Or 4/11/05. Kind of wish I had evidence from the previous case, because I feel like that matches the time frame of the ticket stub we got from K. This is like including everybody we've met so far. Eustace Winter. Jessica. I keep forgetting, yeah, at this point, Francesca's still like 19. Eddie's 36. 17. Regina's 37. 32, 26. John. Crew member, it's... Use her actual name, come on. Okay. That is the last of my liquids. We are now liquided out. Out a beverage. The Yatagarasu pin that Kay always wears. Alright, you guys are back. So I figure out exactly what I'm going to present to Francesca. Oh, this actually is... I thought it was a throwaway evidence thing.
Hold it right there. You think it suits Miss Edgeworth, you should see it on me.
You jumped in just to tell us that. There's Floor. You calling her Francesca is gonna slowly drive me insane. Oh well. Francisca, okay? Francisca. Let me voice that quickly in peace. It's not it either, it's AV. Do. Okay, well, prepare to be sent crazy then. Ba-da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Do. Doodle-doodle-doo, okay, hi Eddie. K-Masa. So, you got the old memory back, huh?
Sure did. It's me again.
You said you had me worried about 6 ways till Sunday. Oh, not that, other gay wasn't the last two. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in.
Oh, no. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay?
Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped there, huh? We need to get this missing evidence lickety-split. We can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, right? Only some kind of soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expected look if I ever saw one. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. If I decide to come walk the path of righteousness to me, your old man, huh? The committee has my badge. That much is true, but I haven't given up on it just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fenda. Yep, if only somebody would go sniff out the evidence for us. Somebody? Some devilish rogue in a red suit, wonderful hair, a cravat that does not just blow in any sort of breeze. If only someone would do it. If only someone I'm staring at right now. Fuck off. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Mazo. Are you sure? I'll do what I can, but that much might not be much in 15 minutes. Try to me will go by as much time as you can, okay? She won't be banging that hammer of hers until we've made it back with the goods. Thank you, I'll be counting on you, Fenda. And you, Francisca? How does that sound?
What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead? So that you seriously consider new career as a news anchor.
Come on, friend. Clock's tick-tocking here. Time to step up to the plate.
Alright, fine. We'll start the trial as long as we can. But you'd better get the ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead.
I'm glad you're on board.
I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Can I play?
All right, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well, where shall we begin?
I think we need to speak to a certain somebody, don't you?
Go to find out where the evidence went. This little bitch.
Take that!
That's right, the supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Winner.
Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Well, okay, we're on it.
Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. I think you better huddle and talk tactics, huh, friend?
Fucking Eustace, yeah.
Just the two of us, yeah.
Don't keep me waiting, Maz Edgeworth.
I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Franny Pooh, wait up now. Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner and fast.
Oh.
Judge Cavell.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, a pleasure as always. A pleasure? How was it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now?
Okay, stop it.
But Judge Wells, no, this horrible woman is a killer. Why the heck would she... Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it.
Is this all Judge Verdi Cavell is?
You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way.
To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you if you don't mind.
Please, go ahead.
What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago?
The roof?
You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you.
And is there something wrong with that?
Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building.
What?
I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you?
Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone.
That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power?
I'm not at liberty to say.
I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. Judge Cavell met with the president of Shangfall the night before last. Oh, them some big pieces.
Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters I'm not obliged to discuss with you.
I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'd probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. There we go. Mind chess. It's so intense. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with the President Wang to discuss.
As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I'm so glad you understand.
I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field even.
Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously.
And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries?
Yes, of course, from time to time. The law's my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties.
Why are they in another fucking realm? This is mind chess. Okay, so actually, Icarus, so here's the thing. All right. Every single Ace Attorney game has like, I'm not sure. Actually, let me ask a question real quick. Have you played a previous Ace Attorney game, Icarus? Like any of them? I think, actually, except the first one. I think the first one's the only one that didn't have something like this. No, okay. The first one was just straight up like courtroom, right? And then they had to find a way to like spice up like every other game a little bit, like in the field investigations and putting as many cross-examination segments as possible, essentially, because that's what people enjoyed. So starting from the second game, there were like little things put in to like have like these little interactable moments where you try and present more evidence and break more people down in the field. So in the second and third game, that was known as the Psylocks, which were like psychic power things that Maya would do. Fourth game, there was a bracelet, which was the dumbest fucking thing. Like, it was the dumbest thing. Anything funnier, though? Just take Ellen Light shooting shots and absurd zooms, make it funny. Okay, to be fair, the fifth one had like this emotional radar thing. That one was actually kind of funny. That one was funny. I think, what was the sixth? Oh no, the sixth one was like you could see the last moments of the victim before they died. Because psychic bullshit. There's a whole nation of psychic bullshit in this universe. That's not even hidden. That's like straight out the gate. First game, you meet the person, they're like, hey, I'm psychic. Like, okay, neat. Oh shit, they right. I don't think there's anything special with Great Ace Attorney. No, what are we talking about? Dance of Deductions. Yeah. No, they had Dance of Deductions where like, which were actually, you know what? Those were the funniest things. That's why Great Ace Attorney is the best Ace Attorney game, flat out. But I say all that because this is the second investigations game. And you never need to play any of the game previous to really play them like by themselves. The first one had a logic segment, which is similar to this, but 10 times worse and dumber. These, while annoying, make a bit more sense or a little more engaging. So this is supposed to be like kind of a mental interpretation of Miles pushing against suspects and getting them to crack and tell him more. You returned Kay's promised notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that fell within the scope of your duties? I am not yet a perfect servant of the law, that much is true. No, you're a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Cavell, and you are allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie. He did. Interesting that you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president. We should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I'm clearly getting under her skin. Time to dig. Where's Winner? This guy stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how is she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if, once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worried about him terribly so. Wait, 2? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial.
You're no servant, you're a person. Shut the fuck up. We're all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. And if you're wondering like how I'm doing this or figuring it out, Icarus, he hinted at the beginning, when she has her guard up, we wait, and when it's down, you basically will attack. And like every single segment, he'll kind of give a hint of how to proceed. It's not always clear though. I'm just getting really lucky that her tell is that she has her giant fucking gavel out. We're all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're all just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible.
You are right, of course. I'm in no fit state to offer impartial judgment.
Please, Judge Cavell, just tell us the truth. What's going on?
What do I do?
Whoa, that's a new one. Like, she's actually, like, freaking the fuck out. This is a new animation.
What do I do? What do I do?
I've never seen her lose composure. Just my thoughts exactly, Edgy. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. Well, professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. Are you worried about Winner? The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner?
He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course, I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him.
We're waiting. She swung at me.
He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear.
And the other person you're worried about can't?
That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might have happened to that poor child if I did.
Does she mean like the actor kid? That poor child. Who are you talking about?
Nobody. Please, it was nothing. Ignore it.
Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Alright, so we'll try the other one. Are you worried about Torosaurus? This person you're so worried about. Is it Torosaurus?
I really don't have time for jokes, Mr.
Okay, so no. It's not a joke when I told you how the president was killed. You seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus.
That was simply shock at learning how he died. and where? A half-built film set on an empty lot.
Something wrong with how he died? Something where? Where? It sounds as if something about where he died in particular is troubling you. Oh, yeah, okay, it's where.
No, that's not true at all. It's just film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his death there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew.
Crew member found him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn.
Woof. No, why does this have to happen?
Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Alright, who are you worried about? Judge Cavell, who are you so worried about? And where are they?
My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that.
Time to play my clue. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them? And since you say child, I suppose we're right to assume that this person is a minor?
I can't answer, and I won't. There's no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president.
Time to deploy my clue. Oh, that's right, we had two clues. It seems to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, doesn't it? Ah! How did you... You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us.
Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn.
Sean? But why?
That is more than I can allow you to know.
Judge Cavell, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we'll have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so separate to find Sean. Do you know him? Do you know where he is? Are you a fan? Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps?
Am I? Yes, I am. I'm an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire.
She's got the gavel up.
I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would have to try to learn when he was supposed to be on set.
Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today.
He said it? You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you?
I misspoke. Ignore me.
Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally?
He is famous. I doubt there are many people who don't know him.
I certainly didn't until today.
Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him.
Yeah, she's swinging at me. We wait when she swings at me.
Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away.
It seems that happens quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. But no, Edgeworth can't fight, okay? Phoenix got into Marvel vs. Capcom. Edgeworth didn't. Yank her hair. There's one solid strand up on the front in there.
Look, I don't know him personally. I simply know a lot about him.
Time to deploy my clue. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you'd spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally.
Ah! How did I give away so much?
So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. Oh, where? We haven't done where yet. We are trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be?
Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all.
Time to deploy my clue. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us it does. Wham! Attack! Ah! Ooh, please, Judge Cavell. You have to help us try and find him.
Help you? That would never be allowed.
By whom? The goddess of justice.
By the one person who knows where he is.
What? Person who chases him, person who It's one of these because your guard's down. Kidnapped him? Wait, he just left us. He was kidnapped? And now she knows about it? What the fuck? At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Oh my, what the fuck? It's been like maybe 30 minutes. Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it.
Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped.
I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you?
Sean is... He's my son.
What? Someone got busy with the judge? Oh shit. Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wang were talking about, but we know why he's President Wang. Huh? Huh? I'm not apologizing. Well, we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless.
Nope, not gonna. Can't make me. What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavel. No way, come on, you're too young.
Actually, how young is she? Hold up, wait. Judge Gavel is 26. Sean is 13. Please be adopted. Please be adopted. Because otherwise that's gross. Please be adopted.
It's true. I am Sean's mother. Look.
A magazine clipping.
An article about Sean. You always carry this with you. Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it kind of a talisman.
That's certainly speaking to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped?
Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began.
Did they make any demands?
Only one, that Fifi the guard be found not guilty.
This is like reverse Shelley to kill her. The fuck? Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. You can't charge me anything, is that right, Verity darling? Because it's also very difficult to become a judge that young. Yep. Especially in the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, the court hereby declares the accused Fifi Lagarde not... That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent.
I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force the ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest.
Judge Cavell.
The goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy?
Hey.
No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty? That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also all human. And none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict.
Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There's no escaping that.
Your Honor, there you are.
It seems it is time. Judge Cavell. My dad was a prosecutor. He was. Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor forced to insist that a suspect was guilty, that would...
I feel like this is more Edgeworth coming up like, let me give my friend Nick a call. He has some experience with this bullshit directly.
I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would. So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
The thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Capel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you?
Mr. Edgeworth,
I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you.
thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please, please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. Don't worry. You can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again.
Look at that cute little thing. Hey, cute little cell phone charm. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise.
I will do everything I can to draw out the trial. But I don't imagine I can give you more than 2 hours at best.
2 hours? That gives us time until 2 p.m.
Please, I'm counting on you.
Haha! And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical.
Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. All right, let's do this. My first commission. Can't afford to mess it up.
Haha, in that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home? You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure, maybe he went on the lam. Wait. Wait. I need to check it. I need to check it. We're almost at the end of the stream. I need to check it. That is correct phrase. Oh, wow. So, the only mistake this stream is with the sound department. I have a notebook here, guys. We've run into at least one mistake every single stream. They've been grammatical or spelling. This time it was the effects department. If that doesn't say this was all around a rush job, perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building.
Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now.
Is that so? Then what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatagrasu. Talk about an honor.
I've been relegated to thief's assistant.
Alright, let's go to work. Team Yatagrasu, move out. Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay?
What exactly are you talking about?
Even in the depths of night. Hey, it's your turn. Keep up, will you?
Why are you making me do this?
Because the great thief Yatagrasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anyone supposed to know if we're here if we don't announce her appearance?
You may be a thief, but I certainly am not.
Fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one lone source shine the light of righteousness on the world's plight. And that's me,
I am the Great Thief Yatagarasu. I'm very much aware who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with the investigation? You're no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started. Oh! I'm loving the cameos. Ah! What is your name again? Shit. Trying to remember what his name is. Alright, we have a photo. Let's show it to a few people and see if it jogs any memories. Hey, buddy!
Oh, hey, Miss Edgeworth. Long time no see.
Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met in an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Great Thief. Miss Edgeworth's been working as my assistant.
Good to meet you, but, Thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief?
Let's not worry about that for now. Dilf? He is probably the closest you could get to maybe, Bear? Bear. Bear. He is Bear. Most likely a bottom as well. Bottom bear. Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright.
Oh, sure. I don't know if I can be much help to you, but, sure.
So he's one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in.
I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course.
But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case?
No, that's simply...
I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one.
Don't encourage her.
All right, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything... perhaps you give me your impressions?
Is that supposed to sound like me?
My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry.
I think it's safe to assume that you are, at least for now.
Right. Oh, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have a location for much longer either.
Because you are due to finish shooting soon.
No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start.
I guess the plan was to shoot the rest of... Woo! I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios.
I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors?
Rumors?
Yeah, this journalist kept coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters that there said he was. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She was saying stuff like that.
I think I know exactly who this journalist might be.
Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought maybe you knew her.
But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean.
They should do community cases where people can make cases for the game. There is a case maker engine that you can edit together your own case. You know, put in the sound effects, the different poses for the characters, make them say whatever. There's some YouTube channels that make great use of it by animating, people feed cases to like one of those really shitty AIs, and then the AI makes its own Ace Attorney case, and some of them are actually amazing. Actually, you know what? I don't know how much longer this chapter is. If it ends in a reasonable amount of time, maybe I'll put one of those on. That'd be absolutely amazing. I'd make petty disputes.
Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job.
Creature features. Woo! So you've all been working hard on a movie.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everyone else over at Global Studios.
Ooh, if only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Torosaurus himself.
No way. So you're the star?
Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see, my face won't ever appear on the screen.
Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You really can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it, because I'm an outsider, right?
That's not the issue here, okay? Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoots, you look around sometimes, he's gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though.
Huh? You did? And where was he headed?
He got on the site bus. I was checking some equipment over there, and by the time I looked up, he was gone. Ooh, the site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Oh, sure. You'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. Mr. Powers. Oh, I can look at this. Ooh, it's a map of the air around Big Building. Let's take a closer look. So what we got? Sunshine Coliseum, which is from Apollo? I think it's from Apollo. Sunrise Hall, Daybreak Dump, Sunset Station, Big Building, Days End Mall, Sundown Sanitation Plant, and Mornington Park. I'm pretty sure Sunshine Coliseum is from Apollo. The Sunshine Coliseum, they hold all kinds of events there.
Yeah, I want to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool, thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everyone who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police.
And yet, you still wanted to go? There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here.
Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something?
I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with.
So what else? Like garbage that washes up on shore, smells and shells and fish bones,
Shells and fish bones and stuff. Blah.
Well, who knows that? Who throws that stuff in there in the first place? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear about recycling? You can make earrings and necklaces, and yeah.
Let's talk about another time. All right, we can go all through. I think Sunset is one. Oh, we can't actually look at Sunset Station. All right, we can look at Big Building. This is Big Building itself, so that's where we are right now.
It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again.
Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come back here for some fun? We can bring Gummy too.
You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? This case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done.
No fun. Fine, let's hurry up and solve this.
Kind of don't want to look at this right now. Hi, taxi man. Oh, hey there, pal. Quite a long face, huh? Ever think you might be lighting up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does the witch wear a pointy hat? You betcha. Just one fare, mind you. And who was the passenger? It was 2 guys. Had one of these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them?
This boy.
Nah. Like I said, just 2 of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something there. But no luck. Hello, sir. Very good day to you, Prosecutor Edward, sir. Well, I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I suppose. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask you why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. Then perhaps you could tell me if any vehicles have come in and out of here this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know.
Sean, you in there?
No signs of him here either.
Kind of thought that basket in the back of the truck could look kind of suspicious.
She's not wrong, it does.
Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while.
No way, you can tell just from that.
And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Let's check out the van, I suppose. Where would Sean be sitting? Sean? Oh, that's a seat with a backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape. Huh? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have any way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play. Ooh, it's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? Oh, this is what Penny saw last night, because he was talking to her. He was rehearsing. What else can we see here? The suit is open. There's another bag over here that I don't think we actually saw when we were on set. The footprints are here. They weren't there the night before. Okay, that's all the clues I can see in there. Stop fighting off. Please be at peace. Oh. Okay, so they do, yeah. There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with the scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh?
Sure is. He might be young, but he takes his craft seriously. Gotta admire it. Well, that part of it at least. The using the kit without that part, without asking, not so much. Ooh, and would he have been able to use the equipment on his own? Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something, pretty basic. Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go?
He ran off somewhere.
And just left the camera running. It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape.
That's all there was there, Sean's rehearsal.
Oh, more stuff. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing. A case? What's he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. But I looked away for 5 minutes and it wandered off somewhere.
Sounds like there's a thief around.
What exactly was taken? Oh, just the case as far as I can tell. So I'm assuming they knocked him out and shoved him into the case. Got it.
Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself.
I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than the contents. Did they need to put something in it?
It's half past midday already. Do you think Judge Cavell and the others are doing okay?
I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder?
We have to find Sean.
Indeed we do.
Oh, heck. Not like that, dang it.
Oh, it's these two. Oh, that's nice to see.
Hi, I think go get a scoop like that. Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every scoop we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief.
Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't.
When did these two get here? Hey, Miss Edgeworth. We should talk to them.
Should we? Oh, fine. Hi. What's her name again? That's Lloyd. Yep. Tabby Lloyd, that's right.
Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles. Good to see y'all again.
And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind my asking? Each murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. Fact remains that you were willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. Police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may as well be punished.
Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without as much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it's their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to let me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though.
Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting into the way of that.
But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape.
Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it.
Write up the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of them my own. Hand over the paper. Hopes all high and all. But nothing, not a peep.
Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something?
Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch his first. Catch my meaning?
You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article?
Bingo! And you better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over.
We do need to know about what might have been happening to Sean. Might have happened to Sean. Let's go show a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. What would she want? Pretty sure she knows that from Lotta. Don't need that. I don't see why she'd need that. Would get from Lotta. Easy accessible. Would get from Lotta. Maybe. Oh, behind the scenes photo. Okay, no, actually, that'd probably, maybe. Miss Lloyd, this picture.
Say no more, Ruffles. I don't know what you're gonna ask.
Oh, you do?
You're looking for him, right? The kid?
What?
You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right?
Is my reputation really so sordid?
And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too. Crazy.
How the fuck does she know there's been a kidnapping? Ma'am?
Huh? How do you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will you? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want to get out of the bag just yet.
Seriously? How do you know about it? Surely Judge Cavell hasn't told anybody except us.
I bet you just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret.
Lloyd, I will seriously stomp an entire hole through your midsection. What the fuck is wrong with you? She's as stubborn as ever, it seems.
Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face.
So, you know something, right?
Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled by the two shady characters in black suits.
What? Do you know where they went?
Nope, don't got a clue. It was kind of far away and I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick.
Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, 2 men in black. That it? Oh, that's it? Okay. I'm pretty sure we can connect that, right? Maybe? 3 footprints, stolen man. 2 men. Vehicle. Men in black. So we've learned a little something about our kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride.
They must be the same people, right?
I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the 2 men didn't have a child with them.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
I mean, shoved him in the case. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case?
Wait, you mean...
Yes. What if they put Sean inside it?
He's little enough that he'd fit, right? So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him...
Might be that he was loaded into the truck as baggage.
But why did they need to hide him?
I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza.
Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean.
So they took a rather drastic measure.
That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us.
The 2 men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they. John Case. Wasn't he getting that thing in the truck, I tell ya.
That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers.
Where did you take these 2 men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there?
That's a great idea. Come on, Miss Edgeworth.
All right, thank you. My pleasure, folks. Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh, ad starting soon. Oh, question area. So we have an ad starting here in a minute. So I will save and wait for you guys to return. And we'll figure out where to go from there. Holy crap, this is still the beginning of the trial. This is going to be long as heck. Oh, wow, there's a mechanic garage here? All right, interesting. Huh. All right, so ad starting in about 15 seconds. So I will wait here for you fine folks to return. And then we will continue to where we are. Ad starts in now. All right, my poor non-subscribed people are on their ad break. We will be waiting for them to return. Though it is getting kind of where I would normally call stream, and I am getting a little sleepy. I am obviously really curious as to where this is going. But like obviously I don't know outside of like how much longer this is going to go. Right? This is going pretty dang long. Like already. I almost want to say this might be a good place to hang up. Right? Because we've gotten a good chunk of stuff already. So this might actually be a good time to wait up. So I'll wait till people come back from the ad break, and then we'll go over what the plan is for going forward. So actually here, let me go back to the office. I'm going to put away Bean. I'm going to stand proudly in front of you. Like a proud attorney would. A powerful, proud attorney. That's me. I am very strong. Right. Also, I need to check out something else. Let me check how. Hold on, how are they doing? Yeah, that's not too bad of an idea. All right, they're going to be back from their ad break in about 12 seconds-ish. And then we'll kind of continue from there. I am greatly enjoying the direction that this is going. I'm really enjoying the direction this is all going. All right, so after kind of talking with it during the ad break, I think I am going to kind of stop about here because I don't know how much longer it's going to go. And like for those who don't know, I do teach, so going further than 10 p.m. is possible. But if it goes past 11, that's a little much. So this seems like a safe place to stop and save. Going forward, just so you guys know, I'm going to be pushing the Extra Life tournament that's happening in like a week from Saturday. That's a big deal for me. Wednesday we're gonna go back to Ace Attorney. Friday's gonna be Fall Guys because I'm goated at Fall Guys and I always play it whenever I get a chance on Friday. Next week, Monday, Wednesday is gonna be more Ace Attorney. The following Friday we're gonna skip because the next day, Saturday, November 2nd, is gonna be the 16-hour minimum stream. Right, and that's gonna be raising money and all that. So that being said, I need to figure out who I'm gonna send you guys to, and I already know who we're going to go see. I already know. Because there's a delightful fellow from the tournament that I took place in Alara's VTuber Fall Guys tournament called Freaklo. And they are currently playing Fall Guys. They're one of those people who actually did timeout matches with me, timeout crowns with me. And they seem just... Honestly, they just seem really happy to win crowns. And they're going into a final. Oh, guys, they're going into a final, okay? So we're going to go in there. We're going to go raid Frake. We're going to give them all sorts of love. And we're going to push them into getting a crown, all right? Are you guys ready to go push Frake into a crown, right? They're on roll-off. Totally possible. All right, let's go give them some love. I'll see you guys on Wednesday as we continue this case. But let's go cheer them on. Let's go give them that bump, all right? Let's go.